Hello everyone, my name is Pris from Prisperuses and welcome to another video. Today I am bringing you the mid-year book freakout tag. I have been so excited to do this. I've seen this tag everywhere every single year, and one of the things that I was most excited to do when I started sit down videos was this tag, because I think this tag is the perfect way to check in mid-year and just reflect a little bit on your reading the last 6 months. So I am very excited to get to these questions. Without further ado, let's just dive on in. The first question, we start off with a bang, is what is your favorite book that you read this year? This is very hard to me, but I am narrowing it down to things, and these are series, mind you, because I read both of these series completely. Do not tell me to pick an individual book, because for me it's just the experience of binging the whole series. So first up we have the Greenbone Saga. I started reading this at the 1st of January because I have a little bit of a tradition that I want to start the year off with a book that I think I really gonna love. So I started Jade City, ended up binging the entire series, and oh my god, I am traumatized forever. This series is about 2 clans in an Asian inspired world who go to war with one another. There is some jade magic in this. There are green bows who can wield jade. There is a drug coming up the market that causes all sorts of problems, and this series was incredible. We follow the family that leads the Nopi clan, and honestly these characters just carved its way into my heart. And Jade City was fantastic, then Jade War ripped me into pieces, and Jade Legacy killed me and I've never recovered, so I'm still dead. This is just my ghost talking now. This series is so incredibly good. I love this with every fiber of my being. This was just an incredible experience, and I just highly recommend that you pick this up because you need to read this. This is so good. Then the other series which have become a favorite of mine this year, and a favorite all around, is the Starfell series by Dominique Valente. Oh my gosh, guys, why are you sleeping all under a rock? Because you need to pick up this series. This is so underrated, and it's honestly the bestest thing. This series is all about Willow Moss, who has the power to find lost things within her world, which is a little bit frowned upon because it's not a really flashy power. However, throughout this series, Willow finds it in herself to grow as a person, to accept herself, to accept her and her wacky little power, to make friends and just be confident within herself. And honestly, it was incredible. Like, I cannot tell you what the series means to me. I read it at exactly the right time, I think. I got some really valuable lessons out of this. This deals with grief. It deals with thinking that you're not good enough and becoming your own little person. And the way that Willow did this in this series is honestly incredible. Dominique Valente writes beautifully. This world was incredible with all the different places, all the different creatures, and we got to explore more and more in each book. This was just so sensationally good that it's now my favorite middle grade series of all time. And it even beat Keepers of the Lost Cities, so you know, that is saying something. And I know that there's like middle grade out there that is highly read by a lot of people, like Nevermore and Amari. But I think that you should read this. I really think that this is highly underrated, and more people need to read this. This is my mission now. I will get you all to read these books. So go pick them up because they're fucking fantastic, and I love them with every fiber of my being. This was just incredible. new favorite of all time. Next question is, what is the best sequel that you have read? I am not picking again from previous books because I do want to get it, like a lot of other books in here as well, and otherwise it will be just a rant video about the Greenbone Saga and about Starfell, and that's what we're not here for. So I am picking Empire of Storms and Kingdom of Ash. I finally did it, guys. I read the Throne of Glass series. It started out as an okay series for me. It was entertaining, it was good, it was alright, but not really, you know, up there. Then I read Empire of Storms and I was completely blown away by this. Holy shit. And Kingdom of Ash, do not make me choose between these two because they are like my everything, okay? I read these so quickly. I read Kingdom of Ash in 36 hours. I was just so utterly obsessed. I know Tower of Dawn is between these two, but we're just gonna ignore Tower of Dawn because I hated that book, and we're just gonna pretend that that book doesn't exist, because honestly it doesn't have to exist in my opinion, because it's not really relevant to the story at all in my opinion. But these two were absolutely sensational. Oh my gosh, this made me like really love the series, and I am just so happy that I finally did it. I finally read Throne of Glass, which was the series that was on my TBR for the longest time. I have a vlog for it, I will link it down below. But yeah, these two best sequels, no doubt. Third question is a release that is out yet but you've not read yet that you really want to. Well, that is for me, and I will put a picture up here, A Mirror Mended by Alex E. Harrow. Alex E. Harrow has become a favorite author of mine. I absolutely adore her books. Their books are like fucking fantastic. They are whimsical, magical, lyrical. This is the sequel to A Spindle Splintered, and Maddie just told me a couple of days ago that this book was out. I did not know this. I thought it came out in July. But I was wrong, this book is out and I need to get my hands on it ASAP and read it because I love Alex E. Harrow's writing, and A Spindle Splinter was fucking fantastic. It was a reimagining of Sleeping Beauty, and I can only imagine that this is going to be maybe Snow White themed. I am just so excited for this. So yeah, this is definitely the book I want to pick up soon. Then question 4 is, what is my most anticipated release for the second half of the year? I have two. The obvious one is the new Keeper of the Lost Cities book. I'll put a picture here. It's called Stellaloon. Isn't the cover like the most beautiful thing you've ever fucking seen? Like, this is why I'm doing the whole Keeper along. This is why I'm doing all of this in anticipation for the new book. The 9th book comes out in November. I'm so excited. I cannot wait for it. I love this series with every fiber of my being. You all know this. It is my brand at this point. So yeah, that is my most anticipated release of the year, number 1. Because I have another one. Second one is Babel by R.F. Kuang. I swear to God, I've seen like not a single bad thing about this book. I read the Poppy War trilogy last year. Absolutely fucking loved it. One of my favorite trilogies of that year. Sensational. Writing was so good. This author is now writing a dark academia book set in Oxford. Are you fucking kidding me? I love dark academia. I love R.F. Kuang's writing. I love Oxford. This is just a book that is just made for me, I think. And I am so excited to read it. I know people have gotten arcs. I know Ashley from A Frolic to Fiction absolutely adored it and loved it with her whole fiber, and she is our dark academia queen. Beth from Book Nest also really loved it. So I'm just like sitting here. I want to read it. I want to read it so bad. So yeah, it comes out at the back end of August. I am so excited for it. I cannot wait to get my hands on this, and it's gonna be amazing. I can just feel it in my bones. The biggest disappointment of the year. Hosep. Do I need to add anything? Because I can just like sit here and not talk, because I know many of you will not agree with me and I know many of you will agree with me. This was trash. It was fucking boring. It did not need to be as long as it should. The ending was shocking. Like, I was shocked at the ending at the time. But time has gone overpast, and now I really think that this ending is utter fucking bullshit. I don't know what Maas is playing at, but it's just no. And I know this is very like a polarizing opinion because many of you will not agree with me, but I thought that this was really, really bad, and I was so glad it was over. Yeah, not good, guys. Not good. Then we have the biggest surprise of the year so far, and that could not be other than The Kiss Quotient by Hella Huang. I do not gravitate towards romance all that often. I don't read it all that much. This was fucking fantastic. I love this book. This book has become really important to me because I really related to Stella in this book, and honestly, this was just amazing. So Stella is on the autism spectrum, and she hires an escort to teach her how to be a proper girlfriend. This was funny, this was witty, this was filled with emotions, but honestly, it had just everything I wanted, and this is now my favorite romance book. The smut in this was hot AF, I swear to you. The smut was like on fire, and I just really love this. It just holds a very special place in my heart, and I never thought that I would enjoy this as much as I did. A new favorite author to me. I could go with Van der Lee, I could go with Dominique Vellante. They are all like new favorite authors of mine, but I wanted to go with somebody different. So I am choosing Riley Sager, because I have read 2 Riley Sager books now, Last Time I Lied and Lock Every Door, and I both really enjoyed these books. I gave Last Time I Lied 5 stars, and I gave this a very high 4 star. I am desperate to read more Riley Sager. I want to pick up some book from Riley Sager at Yalk when we go book shopping, because I kind of want to do a thriller Riley Sager vlog. I know there are titles that people absolutely hate. There are titles that people love. So, you know, but I really enjoyed his writing, and I just want to pick more books up from him. So yeah, I'm just really excited to pick more thrillers up and to read more. We'll see how my Riley Sager journey goes along the year. Question 8 is my newest fictional crush. I do not have one. I don't crush on people. Well, I kind of do, but I don't have a new fictional crush. No. I thought about it, couldn't really come up with any, so nope. New favorite character, however, I do. And I was saying that I wouldn't go back to previous books, but for this one I kind of have to, because my new favorite character is Oswald from Starfell series. Oswald is a kobold cat, and he's amazing. He's a sassy side character. He makes me think of Lily, because he thinks he's absolutely fucking brilliant, and Lily just thinks the same. She's like the queen, you know, and he is the king. He is amazing. He has these snide little remarks, but he's such a loyal friend to Willow. I absolutely love him. And you know, animals are way better than humans anyways. Duh, we all know this. So I'm just going with like an animal character. But yeah, Oswald makes these books like the cherry on the pie. It's just absolutely fantastic what he adds to the series, and I love him dearly. A book that made me cry. I will put a picture up here because I cannot find my copy and I'm lazy today, and that was Hex. Hex is 100 pages, 101 to be exact. I started crying, I think at page 15. And I never stopped. I never stopped crying until I was finished. And then I cried again at the ending. And I cried when I was done reading. And I cried some more and some more and some more. This is about witch trials. This was very hard-hitting. Very important in today's society as well. With everything that is happening in the world right now with women's rights. You need to read this. This is so good. It was written beautifully. I think there should be an audiobook for this, because I think with the right narrator this could be a sensational audiobook. But yeah, this book made me sob and broke my heart into a million pieces. Next question is a book that makes you happy. Like normally I wouldn't like include rereads, but for this question I just cannot go with anything other than rereading Keepers of the Lost Cities. I am doing my own keeper along. We are reading a book a month in anticipation for the next book in November, which I already talked about before. And honestly, it's been the best time rereading these books. I can like tackle these within a day. I often read them when I like need it. I need like a pick-me-up. I need like to go back to my favorite places in this world. And it just fills my heart with so much warmth and joy that when I read this question, I couldn't go with anything other than reading Keepers and doing the keeper along. It's just been fantastic. Next question is, what is the most beautiful book that you bought this year? And I am choosing The Thief Who Sang Storms by Sophie Anderson. Not only is this cover absolutely stunning and beautiful with the shine and everything, I love Sophie's covers. They are amazing. What makes this even more special to me is that Sophie has personalized it and signed it for me while I got to meet her in April. So this is not only a beautiful book within itself, it has a very dear emotional worth to me, because I will forever remember this as the day I got to meet Sophie Anderson, which was honestly a dream come true. She was a darling. She was so incredibly kind, and she signed all of our books and we took a picture with her, and honestly it was just the bestest day. I got to see the play, The House with Chicken Legs, which was amazing. So yeah, this book just reminds me of that day in general, and therefore it is my prettiest book this year, inside and out. The last question is, which books do you need to read this year? Do you have time? All of them. I need to read so many books, but just to like mention a few, I want to read The Mask Falling, I want to read the David trilogy, I want to continue with Sanderson, I want to read Malice, the whole series. I'm just looking around. I want to read more thrillers, I want to read more middle grades, just honestly like a ton of books. I cannot possibly mention them all, but yeah, like so many books that I really want to read. And we're gonna do that, you know, we have 6 months left within the year. It's fine, we're gonna tackle that. And I'm just really excited to read them. That was the mid-year book freak out tag. I did it for the very first time. I hope you enjoyed. I wanna know what your favorite book of the year so far was. Let me know down below in the comments. And also, what is your most anticipated release for the second half of the year? I wanna know it all. Please leave it down below in the comments. That was it for today, guys. That was the freak out tag, and I had so much fun filming this, so much fun doing this. I hope you have enjoyed. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I am gonna leave you for now. Thank you all so much for your continued support, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye!